I'm James Ihedigbo, New York Jets.
I'm Henrik Fisker from Fisker Automotive, the CEO.
And Henry here is going to show us all about this new model car. I mean, it's gorgeous from the outside. It's a green car. You can look at it and it definitely catches your eye, but he's going to tell us about the meat and potatoes of it.
Yeah, well, it's got 400 horsepower. It's got 125 miles an hour and 0 to 60 in 6 seconds, but it goes over 100 miles per gallon, gives over 100 miles per gallon.
That's very nice.
That's pretty nice. It's a green car, probably the first sexy green car in the world. It's also got a solar roof, so if you park it outside in ideal conditions, you can actually get an extra 7 miles for free a week.
Oh, that's
which is pretty cool.
That's very cool.
Or if it's very hot, let's say you go and play football and you're come back, you're sweaty, you want to get in your car and you don't want to get in a 100-degree car, you actually press a button and it actually cools down the car while you're standing in the sun because it uses solar energy.
That's amazing. That's a feature that I would love to have.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And basically the advantage with this car is that the first 50 miles you drive every day, you don't use any gas. It's pure electric.
No gas whatsoever.
No gas whatsoever.
So you're saving yourself 50 miles a gallon on your...
Daily, yeah, daily 50 miles.
On your gas.
And then after 50 miles, a small gasoline engine turns on, turns a generator, and now that makes electricity while you drive.
Okay.
So that's really what it is, it's a plug-in hybrid. You can plug it in at home at night, and then you charge the car like you charge your cell phone. And, equivalent charge is about 70 cents a gallon. So it's much cheaper for you to drive on electricity than it is to drive on gas. Yeah. And of course, it's also emission-free, so in your local environment, there's no emissions, but you can still drive from New York to LA if you want and just fill up the car.
You can't beat that, a cost-efficient car right there. I mean, everything that you need and that you would look for in a car. I mean, nowadays everybody's going green, and what better car to go with green than a beautiful, sexy car like this? You
can fit 4 people in it with luggage. And that's another thing, a lot of environmental cars today are very small. This is still a fairly big car, you can fit 4 people in it. So it's a car you can use as a daily driver, and I think that's another advantage as well. And it's $87,000, so it's not overly expensive.
It's not overly expensive, but...
It's not cheap, but if you drive a Mercedes or a BMW or a Jaguar or something like that, or a Porsche, you can afford this car.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you want to take us around the car
definitely.
And show us?
Well, everything is about design and sexiness on this vehicle. So even the headlamps, if you look inside, everything has been designed down to the minus detail. These lines are actually functionable, which means when the light goes out and if you drive in fog, you don't get this sort of white sheet in front of you. You actually, the light goes right through the fog. Even this here is the driving lights, which is just sort of a sexy little detail. These sort of 2 bars that will light up at night. You have LED lights, which uses less electricity. So it's the latest state of technology. It's very sculptural, the car. You can see 22-inch wheels are standard with high-performance tires. So this car also handles incredibly well.
I can imagine.
We got very large, powerful brakes, but we have what we call a regenerative braking system. So whenever you brake this car, you actually capture energy that goes back into the battery.
Oh,
that's really cool.
That's an amazing feature right there.
So basically when you brake, it actually brakes a little bit for you and it recaptures the energy and puts it back into the car. The whole drivetrain is ours. We have a special lithium-ion battery which is running down through the center of the vehicle. So basically you sit between the battery, and this is the safest place in the car to put the battery in the center, and it also very low center of gravity. And that means that, the car handles incredibly well. It just sticks to the ground. The 2-liter motor that is in there is just working as a generator, and we buy that from General Motors. And that way it's very, there's no service on it. It's very reliable because it's not really the main part of the drivetrain. It just assists as a range extender. Today, all cars, we use a lot of the same suppliers. You get the brakes from Brembo, you work with TRW, you work with a lot of different suppliers today, and we do that too, because in the end of the day, you want a quality car. And you only get quality if you're able to buy some of these products and they're already developed by large manufacturers. To get this car fast to market, we don't want to invent our own Viper blades for, cleaning the windshield. We're buying them. Inside, we have the largest haptic control screen. What that means is when you touch the screen gives you a feedback. You can see here, for instance, here, when you touch, if you try and touch the screen here, you see, you can kind of feel a little bit of feedback.
Feedback.
Yeah. And then here in the system, you can go in and you can look at the energy flow. So now you can see when you're on electric, it all is green here. Then when the engine turns on after 50 miles, then this changes color. And for instance, you have 2 buttons here. One is a sport button.
Yeah.
If you press that, you go out of stealth mode, which is the quiet mode. Ooh. And that came from the military, because this whole drivetrain originally came from the military, a secret vehicle that was done for Delta Force. So then you can drive super quiet at night. But then if you want sport, you press this, and now acoustic sound system comes up and sounds like a Batmobile.
Oh, that's nice.
And then you just have full power and you go up to 125 miles an hour.
This is a car that I definitely want. This is amazing. Definitely state of the art. I mean, everything that you could think of in a car, this car has it. I mean, great. I can only imagine how well it handles on the road.
You also got, this is called a hill, so when you go down a steep hill, you press this and now you activate even more intensified regenerative braking. So now you capture even more energy that's stored inside the battery. So that actually is like you don't even have to charge at this point in time. You just get more energy in. Here, now we have taken off the ignition, but you press this button and electrically this opens up the glass to the cup holder, or you can take this out and you can put your phone in there.
Okay.
So that's kind of, all this is glass, which is completely new. That's you see there's no black plastic buttons anywhere, so everything is just really clean.
Real clean, yeah.
Up here, this wood is recaptured wood, means that we don't cut down any trees. This is from the California fires.
Oh, okay.
So what happens for many luxury cars, they cut down a tree in Brazil, bring it back, they put a flamethrower on it to enhance it. Yeah. But this has already been burned in California, and we just sandblasted, we put it on here. All the leather has a low treatment.
Over the top,
it's very nice, very soft. Nice. We also offer a animal-free interior. If you want to go all the way, you can get an interior that's made out of bamboo, viscose, wool, and Alcantara like this.
Very nice.
And that means that there's no animals at all used in the interior. And some people really want to be that radical. Yeah. It's really what you want to do.
Yeah, based on your own comfort and what you like and what your style is. I mean, this car is definitely will fit your needs.
And when you drive the vehicle, what's interesting is today, even in automatic, when you step on it and you accelerate, at one point it changes gear and you feel it. Yeah. Now this only has one gear, so it goes from 0 to 125 miles an hour, super smooth.
Just in one gear.
One gear. You don't change anything. You just put start. You just put drive, and then you just fly.
And as I was going to ask you in terms of shifting. And
there's no shifting. You just put drive, and that's it. And then you're going. You're done.
And then if you want to reverse, you just turn it to reverse.
Just reverse, and then you reverse, and that's it. So
this is nice.
We're an American car company, so I just wanted to make sure that we weren't going to get upstaged by any Italian or any German or any other car maker in the world. This had to be the sexiest car in the world. Fit a couple of big golf bags in there, behind that a Samsonite. So, it's a reasonable trunk. It's not huge, but it's a sporty car.
Exactly.
And here actually you see this is the loudspeakers for the acoustic sound.
Okay.
That comes out. Now we hope nobody's going to put music on there, because that might bring us in trouble. And then if you look in here in the mirror, you can actually see the electric motors.
Oh yeah.
Underneath, that's the powertrain.
Yeah. As of right now, looking at the cars, I'm almost speechless. The cars are beautiful, almost flawless. I mean, I would love to see how it rides on the road. I mean, you can only imagine with the wide tires, 22-inch rim. I mean, I love the car. And when is this car exactly open in the market?
Well, we start the production end of this year, but we are sold out until mid next year. So if you order a car today, you probably wouldn't get it before July, August next year. Yeah. But we are delivering to the people who already ordered it in second quarter next year. And we have dealers all over the country. If you go to our website, fiskerautomotive.com, you can find the dealers there.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate you taking out
thank
your
you
time
very much,
to
James.
show this car. I mean, I love it. This is a great car. I mean, someday I'll have one of my own.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Take care.